We are under the lights as the show gets you ready for another edition of Major League Baseball. Tonight, we've got a good matchup in store between the New York Yankees and the San Diego Padres. It's interleague baseball. Next on the show. Charlie Morton, a right-hander from the Garden State of New Jersey, gets the ball here. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, Matty V, this ought to be a fun one to watch. This guy's been around the block for a while, but he's having a rock-solid season with a real good ERA. It'll be really interesting to see how he attacks his opposing lineup.
Stepping in, Jonathan Villar. He'll get us started in this one under the lights.
The center fielder, Jonathan Villar.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Hit on the ground to short. Mondesi scoops it up, and the throw to first is in time. One gone.
Batting second, the right fielder, number 12, Kyle Schwarber.
So the base is empty here with one away, and that'll bring up the left-handed hitting Kyle Schwarber. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. And a called strike down in the zone, 0-1. Good night for baseball all in all. Game time temperature 63 degrees. The 0-1 delivery. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. Morton, a native of New Jersey, the Garden State as it's known. This is his 12th season in the big league, so he's put together a really nice career to this point.
Yeah, Matty, this guy has had an amazing career. And you know what? It's a testament to how hard he's worked, the changes he's had to make. This is a game of adjustments, and you don't hang around this long if you're not prepared to make some adjustments along the way.
The 1-2. Gets him looking at the knees for the strikeout. So bases are empty here with two gone, and in steps Big Frank.
Thomas.
Here comes the first pitch. In there, 0-1. And set up behind the plate is Kenny Jansen as you see the rest of the umpiring crew there.
Hey, the book on Kenny Jansen, D-Road, not a very big zone, but he will give you that low pitch below the knees.
Yeah, and he's consistent. You're okay with that as an offensive player. He wants to give that pitch below the knees. If this pitcher connects.
And the throw is in time to get him to retire the side. 1-2-3 go the Bombers. And now the Padres get their first opportunity in a scoreless ball game. Trevor Bauer, the California-born right-hander, is on the mound. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, Matt, this guy has a good repertoire of pitches, and he throws also a knuckle curveball. One guy comes to mind, Mike Mussina, former Oriole and Yankee pitcher, had a real good knuckle curve. It's not an easy pitch to learn, and what's more difficult, it's a difficult pitch for umpires to call strikes, and that's why we don't see a lot of pitchers using it today.
Coming to the plate now, Adalberto Mondesi. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Early swing there as he pulls it foul to the right side. The windup and the 0-1.
I got a ball, one strike.
Lifted down the line in left. But this will land untouched. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2. And that one never threatened the zone. It's gone full now to 3-2.
Wow, talk about a waste pitch on 2-2. That one wasn't even close. I don't know anyone that would have swung at that pitch.
Once again a 3-2. Sent on the ground out to second. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And there's one gone to start the night.
Batting second, the second baseman, Tommy Edman.
So striding in, Tommy Edman, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here. First delivery to him on the way.
0-1.
The 1-0. Line to the right side. But he'll barely have to move out there and right as he hauls this one in for the second out.
Batting third, the left fielder, Ricky.
Next to the plate for the Padres, Ricky Henderson, looking to get on base and keep this first inning alive. Bauer into his motion. Here's the pitch.
1-0.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And a fastball that's about off the radar screen there. It's 2-0.
Not even close with the 1-0. He needs to get back in the zone, but be careful. Work the quadrants.
Swung on, but it's pulled foul wide of third. Three and one to the Padres left fielder.
And obviously this guy's a double threat up there. He can run and he can go yard too. You don't want to walk him because he might steal a base on you, but you don't want to groove a fastball either because he can take you out of the yard.
And a good job there to lay off. It's ball 4 as he becomes their first base runner of the ball game now with 2 away.
Man, you hate to give up a 2-out walk to anybody, but especially to a speed demon like him. Good chance he's running here, and good luck trying to stop him.
And Bryce Harper will dig in at the plate, and we'll see if they can make him pay for the 2-out walk. Always considered a big no-no, of course. He's set. Here it comes. Taken, and that one catches the bottom part of the strike zone. Prior to the 0-1, here's a look to first. And the runner back. Henderson leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. This is swung on and lifted down the left field line, but it'll get back into the crowd as he jumps ahead of him now, 0-2. Now a throw over to first. Runner's back. Working for the punch out and the offering. And an off-speed pitch swung on and missed, and with that, the side is retired. Padres leave 1. Still no score. Here's Nolan Arenado. In prior outings against Charlie Morton, he's gone just 2 for 13.
Nolan Arenado.
First offering on its way. Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball. Ball 2 now. Too tight with that one. 3-0.
To be honest with you, I'm a little bit more afraid of the guy on deck than the guy that's up right now. If I'm on the mound, I want this guy up right now. He's the guy that's got to beat me.
Line toward right center. Around first, he's digging for second. And that one skips up over the wall for a ground rule double.
The second baseman, Gleyber Torres.
And that'll bring up Gleyber Torres. And he puts it on the ground to second. And there's one away.
Batting fifth, the catcher, Mitch Garver.
Next for New York, Mitch Garver. First pitch of the at-bat. Couldn't resist on that one, and he's behind 0-1.
When I broke into the league, not many guys were throwing that elevated fastball with that much velocity on it. The game has changed.
The 0-1 on its way. And the curveball bounces here, but a good job behind the plate to keep it at arm's length. The 1-1.
2 balls, 1 strike. Count.
Hey, after those 2 breaking balls missed, you have to be sitting on a fastball right here.
Now a curveball knocked down at home plate. And the ball's thrown right by him at third. And a disastrous time to uncork a wild pitch as the go-ahead run scores from third. Into his motion, here comes the 3-1. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Harper has a read on it, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning. Digging in now for the Yankees, Jose Ramirez. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Too high, 1-0. A splitter, but he started it too low as it bounces up to the plate. Yankees lead this 1-0 here in inning number 2. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Henderson is camped under this one as he tucks this one away to retire the side. So it's 1 run on 1 hit, 1 Padre error, and no one left on base. On now to the bottom of the second. The Yankees lead it 1-0. Now to the plate, Anthony Rizzo. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
The first baseman, Anthony Rizzo.
Here's the pitch. Grounded back up the middle. And a base hit, so he goes after the first pitch he sees, and he's on to open up the inning.
Hey, just a nice piece of hitting right there. He's able to keep his hands inside that ball, stay square as long as possible, and feed it into the opposite field for a base hit.
At the plate, Ramon Laureano, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. From the stretch. And this one's in the dirt. And a nice job keeping it close. It's ball 1. A runner at first with no outs here. Two balls and no strikes to the Padres center fielder. The 2-0.
Yeah, I get it. They want to run this guy's pitch count up, but that was a pretty good pitch to hit. He might be kicking himself that he didn't swing at that one.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. And that's low, so a good eye there as he works the count back full. Now the 3-2 pitch. And oh boy, that pitch nearly got him in a bad place as he had to hit the dirt that time. It's ball 4.
We knew coming into this game that this guy has a tendency to give up a lot of free passes, and history repeats itself as he's already given up 2 walks here. I'll tell you, effectively wild is a pretty tough thing to be.
So stepping in, Eduardo Escobar, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Here's the first pitch to him. Escobar, a Venezuelan-born ball player. He's a 9-year Major League vet. None out, runners at first and second. Good cut fastball in there, 1-1.
Hey, I don't mind that batter taking that strike right there. He's walked a couple people early in this game. Got to find out if he can find the zone. If he wants to walk them all in, we'll take it.
The 1-1 home. Fouled away. Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going. And the knuckle curve freezes him as he becomes out number 1. Digging in now, Buster Posey.
Buster Posey.
He's set and the pitch. Looked like that one tied him up a bit, a swing and a miss.
Hey, this offense better be prepared to pull a trigger. This starter is known to be aggressive and come right after you.
Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes.
Surprised the pitcher would even go to the top of the zone looking for a double play in this situation.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2. It's a 2-2 count to the Padres catcher.
He went with the off-speed there once he got him to 0-2, but now that they both missed, I think we'll see more of a challenge pitch here. You don't have to give in, but you can't be too cute either.
The 2-2. A bouncer up the middle. One there to Thomas. They get them both, and the side is retired. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. We'll go now to the top of the 3rd. It's the Yankees 1 and the Padres nothing. Stepping into the box, Manny Machado, as we are all set to begin the 3rd inning in this one.
Machado.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. This is foul right side. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch.
2-1.
And a big cut at the breaking ball, but he comes up empty, and that's the first out.
Big curveball for the strikeout there, and that came after an absolute missile of a fastball. Even if you recognize the breaking ball out of the pitcher's hand, it's so hard for hitters to sit back long enough after they've seen a really good fastball. Only the best can keep their hands back on those.
At the plate, Trevor Bauer, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. And now a pitch on the way. And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
He's had to be sitting out over that outer half of the plate. For him to take those first 2 pitches right there, finds himself 0-2. I'll be surprised if the pitcher doesn't go right back to that spot.
Swinging a blooper to the right side. Harper in a few steps as he takes it. 2 down.
Now batting.
In now, Jonathan Villar. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First delivery to him on the way.
No, inside.
That hook stayed up in the zone. You can see he struggled with that curveball early. He's trying to find that release point with his off-speed pitches. We'll have to see if he can find the feel for that thing moving forward.
1-0 pitch on the way. A little over anxious that time as it's a ball and a strike. Down the first baseline, but a foul ball. 1-2 now.
Got him swinging as he runs the fastball by him to end the inning.
So the Yanks go 1-2-3, but they're up 1-0. Next to hit will be the pitcher, Charlie Morton, as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3.
Charlie Morton.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Ball.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Well behind that fastball. It's a swinging strike. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out.
Well, you know AL pitchers must love pitching in NL ballparks because all of a sudden they're only facing 8 legitimate hitters in the lineup instead of 9. Kind of makes you wonder why any free agent pitcher would ever decide to pitch in the AL, doesn't it?
Stepping in now, Adalberto Mondesi. As he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball 1. Mondesi is a guy that has a lot of speed, no doubt about that. And while that's certainly a weapon for him offensively, it could be argued that it benefits him just as much on the defensive side of the ball, given the position he plays.
And not only just speed, but first step quickness speed. He's able to track balls down that other guys cannot get to. And sometimes that's half the equation.
Well, this next pitch is a big one. The last thing you want to do is give a free pass to a guy that can run like this. He's a real burner out there on the base paths.
Padres shortstop ahead with a 3-ball 1-strike count.
Now that's a really curious pitch selection. 3-0 and turned to the slider. You have to wonder if maybe he's lost the feel for his fastball.
Grounded to short. Throw to Thomas is in time for the out.
Now batting.
Now at the plate, Tommy Edman hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, Matty, it's always a little frustrating when you square one up. You hit a solid line drive like he did, and all you have to show for it is a jog back to the dugout. That can get in your head for a little while.
2 outs, nobody on, but a base runner here feels like it would really change the complexion of the inning.
Big spot right here. Middle of the order guy is coming up. Let's see if he can extend the inning.
A ball and a strike now. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Ramirez is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Nothing doing here this half. 3 innings complete. It's the Yankees 1 and the Padres nothing. Digging in, Kyle Schwarber comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
Kyle Schwarber.
First pitch of the at bat. Swing and a miss. That one tied him up. Didn't quite catch the zone there. Ball 1. The 1-1. Takes a pass and misses. That's strike 2.
Man, that's another ugly swing right there. This team is just struggling so mightily to get on base. They've looked off balance all game.
And this is swung on and missed, and this 4th inning will start the same way he ended the 3rd with a strikeout, and there's 1 away.
That was a good job tying him up inside on that strikeout pitch. It wasn't even in the strike zone, but with the hitter protecting with 2 strikes, that's the kind of pitch you can get him to offer at, and he's probably not going to do much with it when he does make contact.
So now to the plate, Frank Thomas, as he'll take a breaking ball too low, and it's 1-0. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Lower part of the zone, but it's taken for a strike.
Boy, this guy's got it going on right now. He's executing everything. He should feel pretty good. He's retired 7 in a row.
2 balls and a strike to the Yankees first baseman. Grounded softly down the line toward first. The 2-2.
3-2.
A great pitch there as he couldn't get extended on that one, and he's down on strikes for the 2nd out.
Oh, I love watching a pitcher that can run a good hard fastball in on a guy's hands and completely lock him up. That's such a tough pitch to do anything with. If you can locate your fastball there consistently, you're going to have a lot of success as a pitcher.
And that'll bring in Nolan Arenado. Turned on down the line. This gets foul. It's 0-1. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And he lays off for ball 1.
If you're going to have success against some of the better hitters in the game, you've got to get that pitch right there. 0-2, he's almost certainly out. 1-1, he's got a chance to really do some damage.
Just 1 hit apiece for both of these clubs.
Nope.
And he'll miss the target there with the curveball, and it's 2-1 now.
Hey, after the double in his first at-bat, looks like he's trying to pitch around this guy a little bit.
Now the 2-1 pitch.
Aye.
Sliced hard on the ground, and this will get through into right, and he's aboard with a single.
You never want to beat a pitcher that breaks a guy out of a slump, but this guy was too good. You knew it was a matter of time before he started barreling baseballs. That gives him a multi-hit game, and I'm sure he's feeling good about it.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Torres.
He gets a shot to hit here in the inning following the 2-out single.
Yeah, and that hit might not amount to much, but anytime you can extend an inning and give a guy with plenty of pop a chance to swing it, the outlook of an inning changes dramatically.
First pitch on its way.
Ball 1, no strike.
Hey, a 2-out single isn't all that bad, but it can be when you've got this part of the lineup coming up.
The set and the 1-0 pitch.
No, that's down.
And that one misses badly. It's ball 2. Outside, 3-0 now.
If I'm in the box right now, I'm coming unglued. He is going to throw something over the heart of the plate.
One run, 2 hits, and no errors for the Yankees so far. And it's fouled away.
It's going to be back to some serious tee work if he can't put that pitch in play right in his wheelhouse.
Can't keep that one fair either, and now the count is full.
Good spot for an RBI. Put the ball in play with the runner in motion. He could score all the way from first.
Fouled off. A payoff pitch one more time. Pulls this one in the air out to left. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. One left for the Yankees. They lead it 1-0. Ready to go in the bottom of the fourth. So coming to the plate, Ricky Henderson. He drew a walk his first time up. And the pitch. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball. Lifted in the air out to left. And a great diving effort there, but it'll just tip off his glove, and it's a base hit. Not in time, and he's in there with a double. Well, it's always daunting to know that you've got to deal with the 3, 4, 5 hitters to start out an inning, but even more so when the 3-hitter starts it out with a double.
Yeah, he's going to have to start making some good pitches to get out of this thing. Job number 1 is to get the next guy, and ideally you keep him from advancing the runner to third with less than 2 outs.
Next to dig in will be Bryce Harper as the first pitch misses high and inside for ball 1. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Now the 1-0. High in the air out to center field. There to take it is BR, and that's the first out. Anthony Rizzo stands in now. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up.
Yeah, and they take another single right here. That third base coach is dying to wave his arms. I wouldn't be surprised if anything hit hard through the infield. He's going to wave them.
Too high with the fastball here. It's 1-0. Both teams with just 2 hits apiece thus far. Hits it high and deep out to center field. And this will get all the way to the wall now. And that's going to land out toward the wall out there. But this is well up the line, and he's safe at home plate.
When this thing left his bat, I started thinking it might have enough to get out of here. Didn't quite carry enough, but it does one-hop the wall off the track, and he cruises into second with an RBI 2-bagger. You'll take that every day of the week.
And that'll bring in Ramon Laureano as he'll take a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike 1. He drew a base on balls his first time up. On its way, the 0-1 pitch.
Yep, that ball went out. Nope, that's off the plate. Ball 2.
1 run on 3 hits and 1 error for the Padres so far. On a good pitch there, had him stretching to get out there, and it's 2-2 now.
Hey, I'd like to see a little bit more discipline in that. You get a count in your favor and he's swinging a pitch that bad? Not good.
And he's getting his money's worth up there now. It's full 3-2. Eduardo Escobar waits on deck. Now the 3-2 pitch. Hit down the third baseline. Arenado's got it, and that's the second out. Now at the plate, Eduardo Escobar. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, always frustrating to go down looking. Everybody does it, though. You'll have a few ABs where you get completely fooled. Look for him to be on the attack early in the at-bat.
1 ball, no strikes to count. 1-0, here it is. In the dirt here, and the runner will stay put, but the count moves to 2-0. 3-0 now. Buster Posey would be next if they can keep this inning alive. 2 out here and a runner at second. And oh, not so fast, partner. A called strike on the inside part of the plate. 3-1 now. He loses him on ball 4.
Now batting, catcher, Buster.
Coming to the plate now, Buster Posey. Hoping to limit the damage, here's the pitch. And they start him out away with a called strike. The 0-1 offering. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. 2 men are on with 2 men out. Looked like the fastball got away from him there. It's ball 2.
Hey, lots of guys get too aggressive in a spot like this, but he's done a nice job of gaining some count leverage. Look for him to put the ball in play hard.
Hard hit at third. Gloved by Arenado. On to first, and that'll do it as they manage to not let this inning get out of hand. Some more of the colorful characters here at the ballpark tonight. The 3 of us are back with more following this. And back at Petco Park in San Diego as we check in with Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. I talked with Yankees manager Aaron Boone during the break about the team's offensive performance so far. And one thing he mentioned to me was the lack of discipline he's seeing out of their at-bats right now. A lot of their outs have come from weak contact and strikeouts as a result of chasing pitches outside the strike zone. He said it's going to be extremely important for them going forward to be more selective with their swings and force the opposition to throw more strikes.
Okay, thank you, Heidi.
Leading off for the Yankees.
All ready to go in the top of the 5th. Ready for another chance? Mitch Garver. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
The 1-0 home.
Oh, that's off the plate.
This is a spot you really don't want to be in with a great hitter like that. You can't just lay one in there, but you also don't want to run the count to 3-0.
Outside, 3-0 now.
Not the way you'd like to start this 5th inning, falling behind 3-0 on the count. It's about time he starts throwing some strikes.
Now here it comes. 3-1.
Really feels like he's just on cruise control out there on the mound right now.
Boy, this is a tight one. You kind of get the feeling like the next team that scores is going to win this one.
Lined into left center. And that's a base hit. 1 for 2 in his first couple of plate appearances.
Now batting, left fielder, Jose Ramirez.
At the plate now, Jose Ramirez. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Laureano will settle under it to make the play for the first out as the runner will have to head back to first. Digging in for his second at-bat, Manny Machado looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. From the belt, kicks and deals. Runners off for second. In the dirt. Pitch is in the dirt and knocked down, and he'll make it into second easily with a stolen base. And he'll try to hold back the swing, but he'll do so unsuccessfully as that's ruled a strike. Yankee shortstop behind in the count 1-2.
He didn't look overly fooled right there because a lot of pitchers will go to the breaking stuff 0-2, but he certainly looked ready for a breaker on that pitch.
Here's a fastball in on the fist, and that'll even things up at 2-2.
Hey, even though this guy's a righty hitter, he's going to get pounded with that two-seamer. He needs to make sure he catches this thing out front if he sees that pitch again.
And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball.
Wow, this is a pretty good at-bat right here. From down in the count 0-2 to work the count back to 3-2, and he's seen a lot of pitches too.
He's ready. Now the payoff pitch. And that's outside. He lost him, ball 4.
Two ways to look at this walk. If you're the hitting coach, you say, that's a great AB. Down 0-2 and you work the walk. But if you're a pitcher like me, that's just a case of letting a guy off the hook, and that can really frustrate you.
Now to the plate, the pitcher, Trevor Bauer. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch, and he pops up the bunt attempt, and Posey will get the out at first, but the sacrifice works as planned. So 2 on with 2 away, and the switch hitter Jonathan Villar will be the next to bat. Here's the first pitch to him. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Harper has a read on it. He's got it, and that'll get him out of the jam. Yanks strand a pair. Halfway home, all even at 1 apiece. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Watney.
Matt, I talked with San Diego's manager during the inning break about the Padres' offensive production to this point. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. They've already worked out 3 walks, so he feels as though that kind of willingness to let the opposition work themselves into trouble will continue to result in good things for them on the scoreboard.
Thank you, Heidi. Up next, it'll be the pitcher for the Padres, Charlie Morton. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. Here it comes. And a strike called at the knees, 0-1. Now a fastball here, not close, and it's 1-1 now. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2.
Yeah, you could tell he was ready for another fastball, but the pitcher went to breaking ball, and the hitter just fouls that one off.
And he fouls this one off.
Not surprised he's laid on a heater right there. Just saw an off-speed pitch, wanted to stay back a little bit too long.
Skied down the left field line. And that will end up a foul ball. Here's another 1-2. Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first out. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone and protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
In now, Adalberto Mondesi. And he hits it hard to the right side. And that is going to sneak on through into right. It's a 1-out single.
Boy, Dero, it's about time they got something brewing here. First pitch single, and maybe now they can start to get some traffic on the bases.
Yeah, absolutely, Dan. Ambush tactics, not always the play. You want to drive that pitch count up and get into that bullpen, but sometimes, desperate times, call for desperate measures.
Digging in, Tommy Edman. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Here's a look over to first. And a dive, but he's back in. He's ready. Here's the first offering. A pitch out. The throw. And just great defensive baseball there as they will nail him at second on the pitch out. On the corner away, a ball and a strike. Taken high and deep to right. Looking up is the right fielder. To the track, to the wall. Onto the party porch and gone. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. And it gives the Padres a 2-1 lead.
Hey, every once in a while, the speed guy will jump up and bite one. He absolutely crushed that baseball. Doesn't fit his usual tool description, but he can go deep if you leave one over the heart of the plate.
Into the box, Ricky Henderson. As the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. It was a two-bagger for him in his last at-bat. Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball.
Looks like this guy's afraid to throw the ball in the strike zone. Gave up that home run earlier in the inning. Needs to get back to being aggressive.
3-0 now.
I wouldn't be surprised if he had the green light here. Matter of fact, I know he's got the green light here. He's looking for something set or cut, and he's looking to do damage.
And there's a strike as he'll try to work his way back. It's 3-1.
Got to believe he had the green light in that situation. 2 outs, 3-0 count. This guy can certainly handle the bat. That's a perfect situation to let him loose. But I love the fact that he's keyholding a certain area, and it wasn't what he was looking for.
Oh, and he lets him off the hook there as this isn't even close for ball 4.
Not sure why the pitching coach is even going to the mound. This guy's been on cruise control the entire game. Might be he's just giving his pitcher a chance to catch his breath, regroup, and regain some of that focus.
So a runner at first with 2 away, and that'll bring in a dangerous hitter indeed in the form of Bryce Harper. Throw over to the bag, and a dive, but he's back in there. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Well below the knees, laid off on the changeup there. Clearly trying to control the running game with the slide step here.
Yeah, that's a good way of trying to control the running game. Now, the problem with it, though, it has a tendency to throw your command off because you're worrying about that runner on base.
You thank your lucky stars when you get a chance to hit behind a guy with as much speed as he has on first base. The entire defense is on guard, and you know probably there's a fastball coming.
2 out with the man at first. And he has a cut at that one, but misses. 2-1. Bauer pauses. Here it comes. He takes it to the opposite field, high and deep to left. He lays out for it, but he can't pull it in. They'll add on to their total as the run scores all the way from first.
And you know, there's just so few places in the strike zone where you can keep this guy from hitting the ball hard. That really is not that bad of a pitch. Just a little bit down and away, but he's all over it, and he cashes in a run on the double.
And that'll bring Anthony Rizzo to the plate. A ball and no strikes. 2 hits and 2 trips for him thus far. Now the 1-0 is taken for ball 2.
Now you can see he's working around this guy right here. Why not? First base is open. Walk wouldn't be the worst thing in this spot.
Knuckle curve and a beauty. 2-1 now. Double-barreled action in the Yankee bullpen now. A lefty and a right-hander start to get loose. Two balls and a strike. Here it is.
Oh, that's low.
It's one thing to get hit around, but it's far worse when you're getting yourself into trouble by not throwing strikes. Every pitcher's been there, but it doesn't make it any less frustrating or unacceptable.
The 3-2 pitch. There's ball 4.
Well, it's obvious that earlier home run he gave up is still on his mind. He had him 3-2, but he didn't want to give him anything over the heart of the plate to hit, so we'll see if that walk comes back to hurt him.
So it's first and second with 2 men gone. And up next will be Ramon Laureano. He's set. Here it comes. Now the slider gets the call in the bottom part of the zone. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. 2 down, runners at first and second. Hit out towards second. Torres has it. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. So 2 runs on 3 hits, including the home run. No errors, and 2 men left stranded. We're through 5 here at the ballpark. The Padres lead it 3-1.